William, didn't I tell you to clean the house today? How could you leave the house like this? Don't ignore me. I bet you're out somewhere having a good time, huh? What kind of son are you? Don't you feel sorry for your mother?
Hey, did Mom also message you? Why did you go out without asking for permission? Did you forget that Mom and I are having lunch at a high-end restaurant today? You promised to drive us there, didn't you? I can't believe you took the car. Come back now. You dropped out of high school and are so useless. Did you forget that your only job is to serve us? Ugh, it's embarrassing to be your sister.
What's going on with these messages? Oh, now you've replied. Where are you and what are you doing? Come home immediately. What's wrong? I told you earlier that I can't do cleaning or drop-offs, pickups because I'm working, right? You saw me heading to work in a suit, didn't you? It happens to be my lunch break now, but you understand that I'm still working at this hour, right? Stop lying. What? I don't remember raising you to be like this. I hate lies. What do you mean? I'm not lying. First of all, I don't remember being raised by you. You only cared about my sister. Grandpa and Grandma were the ones who took care of me. After they were gone, you forced me to drop out of school and made me start working. So what do you mean raising me? Even the messages you sent me this morning portraying me as a bad son. Mom, you don't have the right to make such accusations. Don't talk back to me. See, you don't know how to respect your mother. Enough with the complaints. Just come back home quickly. While we're away, take the time to reflect on your actions. We'll hold a family meeting later. Huh? A family meeting? About what? We need to discuss your future and give you a sermon. A sermon? I don't get it. There's no need for a family meeting. I'll listen to whatever sermon you want to give me when I get home. Huh? Work? You are unemployed. What are you talking about? Unemployed? Me? What do you mean? I mean, you saw me leaving for work, right? The family meeting is at 3 p.m. today. Both Isabella and I will be back around that time. Make sure you're home by then and that the house is clean. Got it? Wait, answer my questions. We're the ones asking the questions. Anyway, just come back home already. What the hell? I have a shareholders meeting in the afternoon. I can't leave early just for a stupid meeting. Huh? What shareholders meeting? You're just an unemployed person. Stop lying already. How many times do I have to say it? I'm not unemployed. I don't even know what I'm supposed to reflect on. This is ridiculous. You're ruining my lunch break. I'm ending this conversation now. Hey, stop disrespecting your mother.
William, you skipped the family meeting, huh?
So what? What the hell is this? I told Mom that I'd listen to her stupid sermon when I got home. I don't think there's an urgent thing that we need to discuss in a family meeting. So prioritizing work is only natural.
Here we go again. We wanted to have an emergency family meeting about your lie of having a job.
What? I'm even more confused now. I was sitting at my desk at the office organizing my documents until just now.
Don't make me laugh. You, at the office, organizing documents? Do you mean reading stupid comics? Stop pretending. In reality, you can't even be a chauffeur for me and Mom. All you can do is be lazy and pretend that you are busy. Oh wait, maybe you want to be a comic artist? That's why you spend your day reading all those stupid things? A useless, unemployed high school dropout like you becoming one? Stop kidding yourself. You're not even good at anything. You're already 29. It's too late to dream about something, you know?
Are you done? I really don't get why you and Mom think I'm unemployed. I've been working all along. I've always been mistreated in this family. I know both you and Mom see me as nothing more than a servant. But until yesterday, you didn't call me unemployed. I just don't get it.
Well, we just found out today. You actually weren't working. It's no use hiding it.
Huh? What do you mean? What's going on?
Mom and I planned to have lunch at a high-end restaurant, remember? Since you didn't give us a ride, we had to take a cab. Oh, by the way, I'll charge you for this expense later. Even though you are unemployed, it seems like you have money to spend.
I told you I'm not unemployed. How many times do I have to tell you?
Shut up! Enough with those lies! While Mom and I were having lunch, we bumped into your old classmate, Kenny.
Kenny? Oh yeah, I remember you knew him too.
He told me everything. He said you mentioned at the reunion that you quit your job. He was wondering what happened to you since then. I think you went to a reunion 4 years ago. I didn't realize it had been that long since you became unemployed.
No, I've started working for another company since then.
Oh, really? But you're just a loser making a mere $18,000 per year.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You still don't want to admit it? After I heard what Kenny said, I checked your stuff in the room to see what was going on with you.
Wait, you went through my room without permission? Why would you do that?
And I found your bank statement. When I looked at the total amount, it was just $18,000. In other words, your annual income is only $18,000. It basically means you are earning nothing. You are unemployed. Aren't you embarrassed?
$18,000. Oh, that document. I think you misunderstood something, but that money is...
After discussing it in a family meeting, we've decided to kick you out of the house. You have no right to complain since you didn't attend this important family meeting.
Kicking me out of the house? What? I really don't get it.
You made your choice not to attend the family meeting. Well, even if you had attended, you would have been kicked out of the house. We don't need a loser with an income of $18,000. If you were doing household chores or being a chauffeur, we might have forgiven you, but a lazy man like you just fooling around every day deserves to be kicked out of the house.
What?
I threw all your stuff into the backyard, so take everything and leave this house.
Into the backyard? Are you insane? It's raining outside.
I don't care. You got what you deserved for hiding being unemployed. If there is still anything left by tomorrow morning, we will dispose of it all. Get out of here today.
Are you serious? I had computers and electronic devices in my room, right? Did you throw all of that as well?
Of course. For someone unemployed, you have quite a nice computer and lots of games. You don't need all that. I dropped them all out of the upstairs window.
From the upstairs window? Everything must be completely broken by now. What are you going to do about it? It wasn't just hobby stuff, it was work stuff too.
Are you still lying about having a job? It's too pathetic, so just stop. Having a brother like you is embarrassing. It feels so good to be rid of this lazy, greedy scumbag.
Are you reading what I am saying?
What's the point?
Just to be clear, does this mean that Mom and Dad think the same way as you do?
Of course. I told you it was decided in the family meeting. We all threw your stuff out of the window. It's been a while since I've had a good time relieving stress.
Alright, then promise me one thing.
What?
After I leave the house, never get involved with me again.
Obviously, what are you saying? That's my line. Don't ever depend on us if you end up on the street. You useless, unemployed brother.
You thief! Enough of this or I'll call the police. I don't know if you are trying to seek revenge on us after we asked you to leave the house, but we are not a charity organization. We don't have money to support an unemployed person like you. What are you talking about? Just admit it already. Don't you dare use our savings. Give the money back quickly. What? Are you accusing me of stealing money? I really don't know what you are talking about. I'm talking about our bank account for living expenses. Somebody has been withdrawing a crazy amount recently. Nobody in this house has used that much ever since you left. I can only assume that you, with no money, are somehow withdrawing it. I don't know the PIN number of your account. I don't have your card and I don't have your money. Stop accusing me. Don't lie. Be honest with me. Listen, what you are doing is stealing. Even if you're family, you can't just take someone's money and use it without their permission. Now, if you honestly admit and return the entire amount you withdrew, I'll forgive you and not make a big deal out of it. I mean, I'm the one who wants my money back. Do you remember the payment for the computer and other things in my room? You haven't paid yet, right? The payment was due yesterday.
Don't change the topic. First of all, what kind of invoice was that? Are you trying to make a shady donation to some strange company to take revenge on us?
What? What do you mean?
I know what you're doing. That invoice that you sent me had the name of a shady company on it. Could it be a loan company? I bet since you can't make a living, you borrowed money. And now you're trying to make me take care of the repayment.
Huh?
I always thought you were an unfilial son, but I never thought you'd fall this far. This is what happens when you live on an annual income of $18,000. From now on, change your mind and work hard.
What are you talking about? 18,000 is my monthly salary.
What? Monthly salary? When Isabella saw your bank statement, she said your annual income was $18,000.
It's a huge misunderstanding. The bank statement she saw was the one I used back in high school. I mean, I can't believe you believe what Isabella says without even looking at it.
What?
It's the money from the part-time job that was deposited into that account. It's not a recent bank statement.
Huh? The money from your part-time job? What?
I mean, it's a very old bank statement. Isabella found it in a drawer and she just assumed that it was my recent bank statement.
Stop lying. There's no way a smart girl like her would make a mistake like that. Unlike you, who didn't finish high school, she graduated from college.
After I dropped out of school and started working, I've come to realize that being smart doesn't really match up with having a good academic background.
Stop talking nonsense. I want to allow you to avoid responsibility.
Come on, Mom. Please realize it already.
Realize what?
Dad, who acts all high and mighty at home. He's the real unemployed person. Can't you see?
He's unemployed?
About a year ago, the company where he works went bankrupt.
What? Bankrupt? No way.
It seems that Dad has been unable to tell you and Isabella about it, until now. I found out because the company I manage is in the same industry. I wanted to help him while he was looking for a new job. So I secretly put $4,000 a month into an account for living expenses.
$4,000? What? Hold on, did you say you manage a company?
Yeah, I started my own business 4 years ago.
4 years ago? I didn't hear anything about that.
I told you then, and I think I've said it many times since then. I've always wanted to work in game development since I was a kid. But because of you, I ended up dropping out. I couldn't even get interviews at major game companies. But I couldn't give up, so I started my own company.
What? Really?
I thought you knew about it. Not realizing for 4 years and still treating me as unemployed. Do you even care about me? I knew you never cared about me, but it still makes me sad.
Wait a minute. So, is it true that you earn $18,000 monthly?
Yes, it's true. By the way, the games in my room are developed by my company. Including the computer that was thrown away, those are company assets. I sent you the invoice under the company's name. If there's any further delay in payment, I'll have to hire a lawyer and take legal action.
Lawyer? You don't have to go that far.
Then pay up right now.
Wait. You earn $18,000 a month. You don't have to be so stingy.
Don't get me wrong. Regardless of my monthly income, it has nothing to do with the damage caused to the company by you and Isabella. If you won't compensate me, I'll have to take legal action.
Hey, calm down. Well, as a mother, I feel incredibly proud of you. I can't believe you're the president of the company. That's amazing. I'm so lucky to have a son like you.
Well, it's none of your business anymore.
What? What do you mean?
I was misunderstood and got kicked out without a chance to explain my side. What kind of mother are you?
That's because you skipped the family meeting. It's your fault.
I told you I couldn't leave because there was a shareholders meeting. I told you let's talk when I got back from work, right? Even before leaving for work in the morning, I told you I couldn't do your favor that day. I've mentioned going to work multiple times. It's your fault for not believing me.
But...
if it was an emergency matter, I would have left the work early.
Well, William.
What? If that's the case, you can come back to the house. We're family, so we should live together again. Seriously? So please continue contributing $4,000 like before. Are you out of your mind? You promised you wouldn't get involved with me anymore, right? Don't tell me you forgot. What? Didn't you hear from Isabella about it? I didn't hear anything. Hey, William, come back to the house.
Hey, Mom told me everything. I didn't know you own a company. And about Dad too. I will not charge you for the cab. So, will you come back home?
What? I wasn't planning on paying that anyway. And I'm not going back.
Why not?
You're the one who promised not to get involved with me anymore, right?
But I didn't know you own a company.
You didn't know, huh? Do you mean you didn't listen to me? Mom, Dad, and you. You guys never cared about me, right?
Well,
The moment you found out I own a company, you are asking for money. Have you no shame? I was kicked out of my house. I worked hard while being treated like a servant by Mom and you. On top of that, I contributed $4,000 every month. I had enough. Don't you ever get involved with me again.
Well, that's...
Oh, I told Mom the same thing, but I will tell this to you too. If I didn't receive the compensation for what you guys did, I'll hire a lawyer and sue you all as a company. We'll charge you a late fees on top of the compensation.
Hold on. Can you extend the deadline for payment? You know that Dad was unemployed, right? We don't even know how we're going to make ends meet. We can't afford this kind of money all of a sudden. And why does a computer cost nearly $10,000 anyway? Are you trying to rip us off or something?
I told you, it's for work. It's a high-performance computer for game development.
If we pay this kind of money, we'll be completely broke. I mean, we might have to borrow money to pay for it.
Why don't you just do it?
What?
I took out a loan when I started my business. It was really hard to start a business being a high school dropout and make it this big. I worked hard and managed to repay the loan. There are 3 of you, so if you all work together, you should be able to earn $10,000 soon, right? Good luck.
Wait, please. Please come back. William!
After that conversation, I cut off ties by blocking my sister and Mom. Shortly afterward, my father messaged, urging me to return home and contribute money. Without hesitation, I blocked him as well. It brought a sense of relief, decisively closing the chapter on my entire family. I thought they might start working seriously, but things took a turn. Surprisingly, the 3 of them showed up at my company. They caused a ruckus, shouting and breaking windows. I asked the police to come and take all 3 of them away. Since I hadn't received compensation, I added the damages they caused in our office. When I finally got a lawyer, they got scared and paid me in a lump sum. Later, I found out they borrowed money from loan sharks, and now they're working hard to pay it back.
Hey, Tate. I was totally freaked out earlier. You brought your fiancé home today, but are you seriously gonna marry that girl?
Yeah, why not? That's why we came to announce our engagement.
Dang, unbelievable.
What are you trying to say?
That girl? What was her name again? Luna? Oh, man.
What about her?
What's good about that plain and ugly girl? Seriously.
How dare you? She's beautiful.
Love is blind, huh? She's so unimpressive that it's on a level where you'd want to look away. Becoming sisters-in-law with her is just out of the question.
Cut it out, Dahlia. It's beyond rude.
I guess she suits you well. After all, you're a bottom-tier employee for some lame small company, unlike me in a top-notch corporation.
You talk like you got there on your own, but you only got in through Dad's connections, remember? Not something to brag about.
Oh, please. Connections are part of one's abilities. Anyway, you're such an idiot. Even though Dad's running a company, you said you didn't want to rely on him and went through the whole job hunting process. If you had joined his company, you could have become the CEO eventually.
I prefer to decide my own path.
Ha! Trying to be cool.
Whatever. Is that all you wanted to say?
Huh?
You messaged me just to make fun of us, right?
Oh, wait. When you came, I forgot to mention something. I've got some news too.
Well?
I'm getting married soon too.
Wow, congrats. But
What?
your boyfriend's a part-timer or something, right? Is it okay to marry a guy who's without a steady job?
He's no longer a part-timer.
Oh yeah?
Now he's an elite employee working for a top-notch company too.
Wait, you mean...
That's right, he's joining Dad's company as well. He'll undoubtedly take over after Dad and become the CEO in the future.
You've got to be kidding me.
Listen, you think getting a job through connections is a bad thing, but honestly, using whatever you can makes life easier, you know?
I never said using connections is bad. I can't judge others, to be honest.
What are you talking about? You refused to join Dad's company.
Well, it's not like I refused. I wasn't even approached in the first place.
Why don't you ask him to let you in now if you want? Well, you'd end up being bossed around by me and my fiancé, though.
No thanks. Working under you guys would suck.
Being stubborn won't get you out of the bottom tier forever, you know.
Well, I'm not exactly at the bottom. I didn't mean to criticize how you live your life, but don't you think you're relying too much on Dad? Well, Dad who keeps spoiling you is a problem too.
Oh, are you jealous of me?
Oh, come on.
Poor little brother. Come to think of it, you've never been loved by our parents, huh?
True. They always doted on you and hardly ever paid attention to me. Whenever we had fights, they always took your side. I always ended up getting scolded. Honestly, I never felt like I belonged at home.
You are an awkward kid, you know. You should have learned to please them.
I'm just not good at that kind of stuff, unlike you. Getting out of home early was a relief for me. Anyway, I did introduce my fiancé just for the formality, and I plan to invite them to the wedding.
What? You're having a wedding?
Of course.
No way. You work for a small company. Do you even have the money for a wedding?
Been saving up for it diligently.
Oh, so when's the wedding?
Maybe in about half a year.
Okay.
Once the details are set, I'll send you an invitation. Honey, I'm sorry if it was uncomfortable for you today. My sister was being rude, you know? My parents also messed up until they found out who you really are. I genuinely apologize.
I'm totally fine, hon. Your sister mocked me from the start to the end, but your parents apologized so many times afterward. Don't worry about me. Besides, you already told me about them, so I had a pretty good idea of what to expect.
I see. They've always been like that. Honestly, I didn't want to introduce you to them, but if we're getting married, I thought they should meet you at least once. Once the wedding's over, I plan to cut off ties with them.
Thanks for trying to protect me, but being completely detached from them is kinda impossible, right?
Yeah, well, but for sure, we'll keep away from them as much as possible.
Agreed.
Alright, now that we've survived the dreaded introduction to my family, it's time to start looking for wedding venues from tomorrow.
Yay, I'm so excited. Tate, I got the wedding invitation today, but my fiancé and I won't be able to attend.
Oh, really? Any particular reason?
Nah, just don't feel like it. Who wants to see the ugly bride in her wedding dress, you know?
Ugh, are you seriously still saying stuff like that?
You're on a low salary, so the wedding is probably gonna be shabby too, right? And the food won't be anything special, I bet. What a waste of my day off to attend.
Well, I don't really mind if you don't come.
Really?
It's totally cool if you guys are absent.
Are you sure? Wouldn't it be a problem if we don't show up?
Why?
Aren't you worried about what the other set of parents will think?
Not really. They understand the situation I've been in. I've already filled them in on everything, including you making fun of her. So if you guys want to skip, it's all good. We're not planning to have such a big wedding to begin with, so there's no problem.
This is boring. Anyway, the wedding is going to be grand.
No, I'm keeping it small by inviting only those who really want there. It's enough for us.
I see. Oh yeah, I got a great idea.
What is it?
I won't invite you guys to my wedding.
Sure, do whatever you want.
Really?
I didn't expect to be invited in the first place, so no worries. Okay, later.
What's up with that indifferent attitude? Ugh, so annoying. Tate, did you get the RSVP for the wedding?
Yeah, got it yesterday. You're not attending, right?
Yep, we are no shows.
Are you sure?
Of course. Nobody wants to go to a bottom-tier wedding like yours. And by the way, we're getting married on the same day as you.
The same day?
Yes.
Did you purposely choose the same day?
Right, on purpose. I even timed it to start at exactly the same time as yours.
What's wrong with you? You're causing trouble for Dad and Mom, you know.
How? They are, of course, coming to my wedding. After all, I'm loved by them. Unlike the lame wedding of the bottom tier you and an ugly girl, we, a high class, can have a flashy and luxurious wedding.
I'm speechless. You're boasting about getting a job through Dad's connections after failing at job hunting. Both of you crying to Dad. What's there to be proud of?
Shut up. Anyway, I've decided to have the wedding on the same day. Gonna show the difference in class.
I think it would be better for you to pick a different day. I know you just want to mess with me, but think about the people who are attending.
Oh, you just don't get it, huh? Being invited to my glamorous wedding is way better than being invited to the dull one of a bottom-tier couple, right? Plus, if it's the same day, they only have to attend one instead of two. I deliberately did it for everyone's sake.
Oh, okay. Then we won't bother preparing seats for you guys.
Don't need you to tell me. I'm so sorry for your depressing wedding without a single family and relatives.
Are you sure about this?
Of course.
You'll regret it later, you know. Instead of being overconfident, you might want to check the situation more carefully.
I don't know what you're talking about. Neither your parents nor your sisters are attending, so maybe you should just cancel your wedding.
I'm not canceling it.
There'll be a bunch of empty seats, you know.
Who's gonna end up with empty seats?
What?
Never mind.
Hey, Tate. What's happening?
My phone wouldn't stop ringing, and of course it's you. I'm busy with wedding stuff right now, so can you wait? Anyway, you're about to start yours, right? Seriously, is it the right time for texting?
No one's showing up.
What?
My ceremony's about to start, but no one's here. Dad and Mom aren't here either, and not a single relative or acquaintance has shown up.
Oh.
Why? Do you know anything? I've told everyone the date and venue.
I don't know about your acquaintances, but all our relatives and of course Mom and Dad are here.
What the heck? Why?
I guess it's your fault. You purposely picked the same date. They had to choose one.
But they were supposed to come to my wedding. It's totally wrong to choose a defiant brother over me.
Too bad for you, but they had no choice but to prioritize me.
What do you mean?
Luna's father is the CEO of a company that has been a business partner with Dad's for a long time.
What?
Dad looks uncomfortable being surrounded by Luna's relatives.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Didn't you know? Luna's father is the second-generation CEO of ABC Corporation, which is the biggest client of Dad's.
That's even bigger than our company. So, Luna is the daughter of the CEO of a top-tier company?
Exactly.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I did mention it.
No?
I talked about it when I went to introduce her.
Really?
I hadn't been home in a while, and Dad and Mom didn't even know I was in a relationship with her. When they found out she was the daughter of a business partner, they were freaked out.
What?
While you were busy dissing us, they were turning pale and whispering for you to stop.
Oh.
It looked like you kept ignoring them, but maybe you genuinely didn't notice.
Speaking of which, I vaguely remember her mentioning something about her father running a company.
So you were listening.
But she looked so modest and plain. I thought the company was a small private business.
Nope. ABC Corporation is a big one with branches all over the country.
Dang. If so, why does she look so poor? She should dress nicer and act more like someone with a high status.
Unlike you, she hates dressing up all flashy. Even though her clothes were simple, they were actually expensive and high quality. You probably didn't notice, though.
Ugh. So the reason you suggested I pick a different date was?
Even if Dad spoiled you, he can't skip the big shot client's daughter's wedding, right? I warned you. You never listened.
I just wanted to ruin your wedding by overlapping the date.
It really was to mess around with me.
I always want to be above you. Couldn't stand the thought of you, a bottom tier, having a wedding before me. I was so sure I could ruin your wedding, but I believe Dad and Mom would prioritize mine.
Too bad for you. Well, your little stunt against Luna's been exposed to her parents, so Dad and Mom look pretty uncomfortable being here.
Wait, the fact that no one came to my wedding is your payback?
Of course not. You're the one who scheduled it on the same day after all.
But at least one person could have come to my wedding, right? I bet you were sneaking around making sure no one would show up.
I'm not like you. I don't do shady stuff like that. By the way, did you even bother keeping track of who was and wasn't coming? If you checked the RSVPs, you'd have known Dad and Mom weren't attending yours.
I have no clue. Didn't even send out invites, you know.
What do you mean?
Making paper invites nowadays is so old school. It's a hassle and stamps cost money. I told Dad and Mom verbally. For the rest, I thought it was enough to send an invite over text.
Then did you at least get replies?
Please, a high-class couple getting married, of course. Everyone would show up, right?
Even so, some people might not make it for some reason.
I told those replied that they couldn't make it, that there couldn't possibly be anything more important than my wedding. After that, I ignored all their follow-up messages.
That's not considered an invitation, you know.
Why not?
You remember the invite to my wedding, right?
Oh, that stiff one?
Invites are generally like that. You even sent back your RSVP, didn't you?
Well, there was a reply card, so I reluctantly sent it.
Basically, without that kind of exchange, the other side wouldn't think they're invited.
Are you serious?
Geez, even at almost 30, you don't know this stuff? Those who got the message from you probably thought it was a joke or some prank.
No way. I thought everyone I invited would definitely come.
You're too self-centered. It's unbelievable. But your groom's parents and relatives must be there, right?
Yeah, but they thought it was strange no guests from my side were showing up, so they left.
Well then, you might have to cancel your wedding.
No, we rented such a fancy venue.
So you go ahead with 0 attendees then.
Well, Tate, can't you bring everyone over here?
Huh?
Your wedding's just a low-budget, dull affair, right? You should cancel it and reschedule for another day.
Are you stupid? I just revealed Luna's true identity.
Please come over here.
Absolutely not. I have to go now.
Wait, Tate! Tate, do you have time now? I have a favor to ask.
What now? I'm busy.
Please just listen.
I'm about to leave for our honeymoon. Keep it short.
Can you lend me some money?
What?
We got charged a cancellation fee from the venue.
You guys should be able to handle it yourselves.
Not possible. It's like $10,000.
You work for a top-notch big company, right? You should be able to pay that much.
We expected a generous gift, but didn't get a single cent. Both of us have no savings. Covering it is impossible.
Why not ask Dad then? He'd do anything for you, right?
He won't help me. Luna's dad got really mad because of my disrespect towards her. He said we almost lost a crucial deal because of me.
Oh, I see. Even Dad is fed up with you this time, huh?
This is not a laughing matter. My in-laws are disappointed the wedding got cancelled and won't help us either.
That's unfortunate.
Tate, please, can't you lend me just $5,000? Well, you work for a small company, so you may not have much money to spare. But I know you've been saving up for the future, right? I'll pay you back later. Help me out.
Nope.
Why the heck not? We're family, right?
I don't consider someone who disrespected my wife and tried to ruin our wedding as a family.
Oh, God.
Also, I'm not working for a small company anymore.
Really?
I joined ABC Corp.
No way.
Just so you know, I actually went through the hiring process, unlike you. Still got in through connections, though.
So, are you going to be the CEO someday?
I will try to.
Then lend me the money. You must be earning a lot.
Sorry, it's almost time to leave. Bye.
Wait, Tate! Tate!
In the end, my sister and her husband had to take out a loan to cover the cancellation fee for the venue. What's more, they were looked at as nuisances at my dad's company and ended up resigning. Despite attempting to find new jobs, they couldn't get hired anywhere. Now they're juggling part-time jobs and desperately trying to pay off their debts. As for me, Luna and I rented an apartment near my in-laws and are enjoying our newlywed life. Although it's a nerve-wracking experience to work in a big company, I'm managing to pull through with the support of Luna and my in-laws. Having gone through tough times in my upbringing, I now aspire to build a warm family with my wife for the future.
Hey, Katy. I just got back from a trip. What's with this mess?
Hi, Mom. Welcome back.
Welcome back? Answer my question. Where are you right now?
I'm at work.
Work? You're not done with work yet?
I have overtime today, so it looks like I won't be home for a while.
Are you serious? What about cleaning the house?
Cleaning the house?
There's so much mess in the house. Dirty laundry is on the floor, and there are piles of dishes in the sink. Hurry up and come home to clean up.
Mom, that's all Joan's mess.
What?
I left the house earlier than her this morning. She said she had to work the late shift and was still in bed. I cleaned up the house before I left for work. So she made all those messes after that.
Who do you think you are?
Huh?
Who do you think allows you to stay in this house?
What are you trying to say?
I'm allowing you to stay in this house even though you're not related to me. You should be grateful.
But...
Don't you understand your position? You're supposed to clean the house. You should finish your work now and clean up the house.
But it's not my mess.
Joan is busy with work. You're her sister. You're supposed to do it for her.
Mom, I'm busy with work too. Besides, I put money into the house every month, right?
So what?
Mom, you're a homemaker and are always at home.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that since you have free time compared to us, I thought maybe you could help with the cleaning.
What? Don't act like you're so high and mighty that you're only putting in $1,500.
Only $1,500?
That's right. Actually, I'd like you to put in more. But I've set it at $1,500 because I feel sorry for you.
I think $1,500 is quite a lot.
It's not nearly enough. We're struggling every month.
Why don't you ask Joan to put some money into the house too?
What?
She earns about the same as me, right? Instead of relying only on me, why not ask Joan to contribute money? I think it would be better for you too.
Jesus Christ. What a despicable way of thinking. I don't remember raising you like that.
What?
Joan is different from you. She's a beautiful and outgoing girl. Many guys have a crush on her, you know. Recently, she got a boyfriend and she's too busy enjoying her life. On the other hand, you're an ugly nerd. I bet you've never had a boyfriend.
Why do you have to look down on me like this? I have a boyfriend too.
Oh, come on. You don't have to lie to me. You've never introduced any boyfriend to me.
I just don't want to introduce him to you or my sister. Especially when you talk badly about me like this.
Talk badly? I'm just stating the fact.
Actually, my boyfriend proposed to me recently, so I want to introduce him to you soon.
Are you getting married? That's impossible.
Okay, whatever. But let me tell you something. I can't keep putting in such a large amount like $1,500 forever.
What? Have you forgotten the favor I did for you all this time? How dare you speak like that?
When I was little, Dad remarried you, and you accepted me as your daughter despite not being blood related. I'm grateful for that even now. That's why for the past 10 years, I've been putting in $1,500 every month as you asked. But ever since Dad passed away from illness, you only took care of Joan, your biological daughter. You didn't treat me as family, always pushing household chores onto me while you and Joan go out. You always say you raised me, but honestly, I don't remember being raised by you.
Wow, how could you say that to me? When your father died, I could have kicked you out of the house, but you were still in school, so I had no choice but to keep you. So it's only natural that you do the housework and be a servant.
I believe I've done enough. It's time to start thinking about the future. I want you to think about taking care of things by yourselves instead of depending on me all the time.
Shut up. Are you trying to say that you don't want to contribute to the house anymore?
It's not like that. I just want you to stop relying solely on my money. Joan lives in this house too. I think she should do a little housework and put some money into the house.
Katy, I am your mother who raised a poor child like you and never gave up on you. Now I'm letting you repay that favor. If you have time to complain, shut up and put some money in the house to show your gratitude towards me.
Seriously? So you're just going to let Joan do whatever she wants?
She's still young. What's wrong with letting her enjoy her life?
Even though I'm younger than her, you can't let me do what I want? Besides, you said she's still young, but she's already over 30.
Shut up. You're just jealous of Joan, aren't you?
I'm not jealous at all.
Joan has charm and everybody loves her. But you're so cocky and nobody likes you. Ha ha ha. Learn a bit from Joan.
I don't care what you think about me.
See, I'm talking about that attitude. By the way, withdraw $1,500 on your way home from work and give it to me.
What? Why all of a sudden? It's not my payday yet.
I know that. But I went on a trip with my friends this month and had a lot of expenses. I'm about to run out of money to live on.
I can't withdraw it today. Can't you wait until payday?
What?
I have my own expenses too.
Even though your family is in trouble, are you being selfish like that?
In the first place, you're the one being selfish with your extravagant spending.
Shut up. I just need to go on vacation once in a while to relax.
I will tell you this again. Ask Joan to contribute money as well.
All you do is talk back. Who do you think you are? You don't have to give me the money today. Just come home and clean the house.
I already told you I can't come home from work yet.
I won't listen to excuses. If you truly understand your position, just do what I said. See you.
Mom, wait! I can't go back home yet.
Katy!
Mom, what's wrong?
Why aren't you answering the phone? It's your lunch break, right?
Yeah, it is. But I'm in the break room now with my co-workers. Can you just text me?
Since you didn't come back home early yesterday, we were the ones who cleaned the house.
Mom, I did contact you, didn't I? I told you I had to work late.
Why do you work overtime until late at night?
It's a busy season, so it can't be helped.
I know you're lying. Were you pretending to work overtime while hanging out somewhere?
If you don't believe me, you can check with my boss. Why are you forcing me to do all the housework? Joan was the one who made the mess.
You really don't have a sense of responsibility.
What do you mean?
Joan is busy with work. Don't you care about your sister who works hard?
I told you, I'm busy with work too. If you want to take care of her so badly, why don't you clean for her?
Shut up. Come home early today. Make the house spotless.
Fine.
And also, withdraw $1,500 from the ATM on your way home from work.
$1,500 from my account.
Obviously.
I told you yesterday I can't do it. Just wait until payday.
I can't wait.
Why not?
Joan is in a tight spot this month. She says she doesn't have enough money.
What? Isn't it Joan's fault for spending money recklessly?
I don't think so.
She doesn't even pay rent or anything for the house.
Shut up and just give it to me.
Why don't you ever listen to me? Whatever. I will just give you $500 for now. How about I give you $1,000 on payday?
What? Why only $1,000 on payday?
That way, it adds up to $1,500 in total.
No, give me the full $1,500 on payday.
That means I have to give you $2,000.
Do you have a problem with that?
$2,000 is too much.
Stop disrespecting your mother. I'm sure your father in heaven is mourning for you, saying what an unfilial daughter you are.
Oh, really? Instead of that, I'm sure he's thinking what an overbearing stepmother you are.
Shut up. As long as you're in this house, you must absolutely follow what I say. Anyway, when you come home today, be sure to give me $500.
Fine. Well then, I have to get back to work.
On payday, give me $1,500. Is that clear? Katy, where are you now? Hey, Katy.
Good morning, Mom.
This is not a good morning. When we woke up, you were not here. And we haven't had breakfast yet.
Today is a holiday, so I'm off work. I've been out all morning.
Jesus Christ, how could you be so selfish? Why didn't you say anything before you left?
Well, both you and Joan were sound asleep, so I didn't want to disturb.
What about our breakfast?
What do you mean? Can't you both make and eat it yourselves?
Oh my God, you're off work and you won't even make us breakfast?
I make it all the time. Why can't you and Joan handle it when I'm not around?
Do you think I'm stupid?
What?
You skipped out on making our meals and you broke your promise to me.
Promise?
Don't play dumb with me. Yesterday was your payday, right? But when I looked at the envelope you gave me yesterday, there was only $1,000 in it. What's the meaning of this? We agreed that you would give me $1,500 every payday, right?
You know what? Can you please stop this? Mom, can't you do simple math?
What are you talking about?
I gave you $500 in advance this month, remember? So, if I give you $1,000 on payday, it adds up to $1,500 in total, as I explained before.
No. The $500 I received in advance is different from the $1,500 that you put in every month.
Are you serious? That's too much.
I've already considered the consequences of breaking the promise.
What? Consequence?
I've already made arrangements. It's too late to regret it now.
I don't know what you're talking about. But giving $1,500 per month is already quite a lot, you know. If you ask me for more than that, I'll never give it to you.
Katy, you need to leave this house.
What? What's this all of a sudden?
It's the consequence for not putting in the correct amount.
Oh, the consequence you mentioned the other day?
Exactly. We decided to abandon you in the family meeting.
Family meeting? You mean you talked with Joan? I don't think I was in the family meeting.
Of course not. It wouldn't make sense to decide your fate if you were in the meeting. In the first place, you're not our family anymore.
Oh, really?
Yes, you're just a stranger. But make sure to continue sending the money every month.
What?
When payday comes, transfer $1,500 to my account.
You're kicking me out and yet you want me to give you money?
Obviously, I've taken care of you all this time. If you don't pay up, we'll cut off all ties between us completely.
I won't pay you.
What?
I won't pay you a single penny.
Hold on. What are you saying? So you're fine being alone after being abandoned by us?
I've wanted to leave this house for a long time, but work and chores kept me busy and I never found the right time to leave. Even after becoming a working adult, I continued living here. If you want me to leave, I'm happy to do so. I'll sever all ties with you.
Wait a minute. Katy, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Are you willing to lose your family?
Family? Who?
Me, your mother, and your sister Joan.
Oh, really? I thought you said I'm a stranger.
Well,
I'll abandon you all too.
what?
Fortunately, I don't have much stuff. I'm not going back to the house today. I'll go get my stuff on my day off.
Hey, Katy.
Thank you for taking care of me for so long.
Wait a minute. What are you going to do now? Are you planning to stay at your friend's place or something?
No, I'm going to my fiancé's house.
Fiancé?
Yes. We were planning to live together after getting married. I mean, we moved in earlier than we planned. But he wanted to move in with me as soon as possible, so it's perfect.
You're getting married?
Didn't I mention it before? I told you that my boyfriend proposed to me, and I wanted to introduce him to you.
Oh.
But I guess I don't have to do that anymore. I'm being kicked out after all. My mom and sister aren't family anymore. What?
What about the money?
Money?
You'll still give us $1,500 every month after getting married, right?
Did you read what I said?
Well,
I said I won't pay a single penny. Why should I put money into a house I no longer live in? What's the point of it?
but still, there's nothing wrong with sending money to your parent.
You're not my parent, so I don't owe you anything.
I raised you all this time.
I told you before, I don't remember you raising me. Even my living expenses and school fees were covered by my dad's inheritance and my own part-time job salary. I don't remember ever receiving anything from you.
Oh no.
Well then, I still have work to do. I'll see you around.
Wait, Katy. Hey, I'll be in trouble if I don't have your money. Katy, I can't believe you did this to us. Despite being ugly, you're getting married before my pretty daughter, Joan? Whatever, I'm really going to cut ties with you. Katy, please pick up the phone.
What's wrong, Mom? Oh, sorry, I meant former Mom.
Call me whatever you want. I have a favor to ask you.
A favor? We've already severed ties, though. What do you want?
Please help us.
What?
We are about to be evicted.
Evicted?
I can't afford the rent anymore.
How did that happen?
Obviously because we don't have money.
Even though Joan works?
Joan secretly took out a loan without telling me.
A loan?
It seems she was deceived by a man. She was dating a man who claimed to be a company owner. He asked her for a loan because the company's cash flow was getting tight. Her salary wasn't enough, so she resorted to getting a loan.
I see.
But then he disappeared without a trace.
I guess he wasn't really a company owner, huh?
Probably not. His phone is unreachable, and the company number on his calling card doesn't work after all. He hasn't returned a single penny.
Joan is such an idiot.
How dare you? She's the victim here.
In a way, she might be a victim. Since she grew up spoiled by you, she reached 30 without understanding how to manage money. And now she's in debt.
Hey, just for this month, can you cover the rent?
What? Why would I?
Because you're not contributing money to the house. We can't afford the rent.
I had nothing to do with that. I don't even live there anymore.
Please don't say that. Help us. I'm really broke and I'm in trouble.
Don't tell me you are not working. If you don't have the money, why don't you work?
I tried to, but I couldn't. I've only been a housewife. I had a hard time learning the work, so they made me quit right away.
Oh, I see.
Please, Katy, just give me $1,500 like before. No, even $1,000 would be fine. Can you please contribute? You'll pay me $1,000, right?
I refuse. Both you and Joan have taken advantage of me and treated me poorly, living comfortably without any effort of their own. It's time for both of you to experience the hardship of earning money.
Shut up. Pay back the favor I've done for you.
What?
I'll let you back into the family again. At least tell me where your new place is.
I won't tell you.
Why not?
You'll probably come barging in if I tell you.
I won't do such a thing.
Well then, I'm busy, so...
Wait, Joan and I have nowhere to go.
I don't care.
What?
Goodbye, former mom.
Katy, I apologize for everything until now. Don't abandon us, please.
Shirley and Joan, unable to pay the rent, ended up being kicked out of the house. It seems they asked for help and moved into my auntie's place. However, because both of them neither paid living expenses nor helped with household chores, they were kicked out of the house and ended up in a shelter. Joan started part-time work in addition to her main job to repay the debt. But the amount of money paid for interest went up and the total debt didn't go down. Now the two are leading a miserable, impoverished life together. On the other hand, as for me, I am happily living with my husband in our new home. Given that I was not blessed with a good family in the past, I now want to build a warm family with my beloved husband from now on.
Monica, I heard you've been so busy with work that you don't prepare dinner much. Hi, Linda. What's going on all of a sudden? Don't play dumb with me. I just got a call from Alan. From Alan? I wonder how you are behaving at home. I heard that you're always staying in your room, saying you're working. What the hell are you doing? Well, I work from home, so my room is my workplace. I'm not playing around. Alan was sad about your behavior. He said you always work, work, and work. You don't do the housework at all. Did Alan really say that? He never said anything about housework. What? Are you saying I'm lying? No, that's not what I'm saying. I work from home. I've never failed to do my chores. So you're saying Alan is lying? I don't know what Alan told you, but what you've just said is not true. Is it? To me, it just feels like that. You don't understand what it's like to be a wife. You never come to our house, and you never care about your mother-in-law. I have to work on weekdays, but I sometimes bring you food I made on the weekend. And I bring you sweets that are popular on the internet. I've been doing my best. You're kind of self-assertive. Alan as well told me that you're a bit pushy. You can't even do a decent job of housework. Alan will get tired of you. Huh? Does Alan think that way about me? It's not just Alan, but also me. Oh. If you can't fulfill your responsibilities as a wife, please consider the possibility of divorcing Alan. Divorce? Keep that in mind. Monica, I keep getting calls from Alan. What's going on? Hi, Linda. What do you hear from Alan? Oh, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know. Can you tell me? He says that the room is messy. Huh? He says you only work and don't clean rooms. Wait a minute. It's true that I've been working a lot, but I've been doing basic housework every day. Of course I clean. Did Alan really say that? I wouldn't lie to you. What are you doing in your room every day? I work from home, so I really need to stay in the room and work with a computer. You say you're working, but I guess you actually bring a man into the house, don't you? Linda, what are you talking about? There's no way I would do that. Don't be ridiculous. Then why can't you at least clean the house? I clean the house every day. I don't like to leave rooms messy. I do complete cleaning rooms before I start work every day. So you're saying Alan is lying? I'm not sure what Alan has told you, but did Alan really say that? Of course! Alan has been having a hard time since he married you. I can't remain silent about my own son going through such a difficult time. Huh. But I have no idea about what is being said. I'm sick and tired of this liar. I'm not lying. If you persist with such behavior, I would like you to seriously consider a divorce. That's too much. Why should I get divorced when nothing comes to mind about what you're talking about? Are you sure Alan is telling you that? There's no point in lying to you. But as I said, I have no idea about what is being said. Alan has never said anything like that to me. Alan is a kind boy. He probably couldn't have expressed to you what he has been feeling. That's why I'm reaching out to you and telling it to you instead of him. Can't you even understand what I'm telling you? I have no idea what Alan is thinking if what you told me is true. Do you really think you two are a good match? I regret allowing him to marry you. I have no idea what you mean. It seems like you never change your behavior. If that's the way you do, I have some ideas. Huh? Monica. Answer. You must be playing on the computer again. Monica. I'm sorry, Linda. I was having a video call with my business partner. Who were you talking to? You brought a man into the house and you were busy with him, weren't you? Don't say such a silly thing. I'm working. I'm working on a new project right now. That's why I'm busy with a lot of remote calls and meetings. Well, I don't care. That's why you got divorced. It's a deserved outcome. What are you talking about? Don't you know anything? I guess I'm not sure about that. Alan was filled with regret all the time. He said, I wonder why I married her. Neither does she take care of the house nor of me. I really don't understand what you're talking about. I told you before, but I've never skipped housework. You never stop with that attitude. Alan decided to leave you because of it. Excuse me? I don't understand what you mean. Did I get dumped by Alan? Or what do you mean by divorce? You really don't know anything? It seems like there has been no discussion about it between the two of you. No wonder Alan doesn't really care about you anymore. Huh? You guys are divorced. Really? I'm getting more and more confused about what you're saying. I don't know anything about it, but how could that happen? I haven't heard anything from Alan. That's an example of how little you cared and communicated with Alan. I'm truly disappointed in you. So, me and Alan are divorced? Yes. Alan mentioned that he felt relieved after the divorce was finalized. Oh no, I haven't discussed it with him at all. Are you sure we're divorced? I would never lie to you. Even I don't know anything about our divorce. So how could you know? It's because I'm the one who filed for divorce. You did? But I don't remember filling out a divorce form. You can't file it unless it's in your own handwriting. You filled out the divorce form on your own. Don't you remember? Huh? You brought the divorce form when you registered the marriage. Did I? That's what Alan told me. He mentioned that if either of you cheats on the other, you can get divorced right away. Oh, I remember about the divorce form. We promised never to betray each other. I did fill out the divorce papers at that time. Right? He gave me that divorce form, and I submitted it instead of you and him. Weren't you aware of all these things? I didn't know because I didn't talk to Alan about it. How could I have known? Linda, why didn't you tell me beforehand? You both signed the form, so I assumed it would be a mutual agreement between the two of you. I didn't tell you until now, but Alan hasn't been home for almost a month now. Oh, really? Having life with you must have been very tough for him. Since he is away, there's no way for us to talk together. It's excessive that the divorce form was filed solely based on his decision. I don't care about what you think. I just filed it because he asked me to. I don't have to be blamed for that. Oh no. Besides, I had warned you. I told you that if you disrespected Alan, I would have you divorced. I don't think I agreed with that. In the first place, submitting a divorce form before discussing our divorce is so ridiculous. Whatever. It means the relationship between you was already over. I can't accept it. It's good that you two are getting divorced. I'm very shocked that you handled the entire divorce process without telling me beforehand. But wasn't it good for you too? Huh? So now you can work as much as you want, right? Well, it is assumed that you always bring a man into the house instead of working. Absolutely not. What you've just said is just terrible. Whatever it is, I can't imagine that your marriage with Alan is going to continue working out like this. This is the way it was going to be, so all is good. You should be thankful that I went through all the trouble about divorce. What do you want me to be thankful for? You went ahead with the important stuff without giving me a heads up. What are you thinking? Don't bother Alan anymore. What? I don't want to hear that Alan is going through a tough time. He will finally be free from you. I don't understand what you mean. You say it's work or something, and then you stay in your room all day. How can he be attracted to a woman who stays in her room all day and doesn't know what she's doing? A wife is supposed to devote herself to her husband. You just enjoy what you want to do and don't even make any money. So it's no wonder Alan left you. Alan said he was tired of living like that. He never said anything like that to me. In addition, we haven't seen each other for a while. Anyway, the divorce form was already filed, so get out of there. Wait a minute. I bought this condo when I was single. It's under my name, so if Alan wants to live separately, he should be the one to leave. Huh? I didn't know that. Linda, you didn't know? This is the condo I bought, so there's no need for me to leave. You just stay in a room. How could you buy it? It really is my own property. I have the documents to prove it. It seems like you're trying to threaten me by saying that, but it won't work. How much income do you have? I'm sure it's impossible for you to buy it with your little income. What you've been saying doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm not leaving this apartment. Oh my God, you're so stubborn. I'll sue you. Anyway, I'll send his stuff to your place. You can do whatever you want to do later. If you want to take legal action against me, I'm ready. Bye. Hey, we haven't finished talking yet. Monica, how are you? You still can see my WhatsApp messages, right? I forgot to block you. How are you? It seems you've been doing very well. I heard you're a popular blogger now. Oh, yes, but that has nothing to do with you. No, I'm very interested in it. What's this all about all of a sudden? Would you like to start a blog? No, I was just wondering how much money you could make as a popular blogger. Huh? Did you reach out to me just to ask about it? No, it's not like that. There's no need to tell you how much money I make. If you just want to ask me about it, I'll end this conversation. Wait. After Alan and you are divorced and his stuff was sent to my place, he and me started living together. He doesn't treat me as well as he did before. Does that mean financially? That's just one example. He used to treat me to fancy restaurants, buy me clothes from my favorite brands, and take me on spa trips. He hasn't done any of those things since we started living together. I didn't even know he had been doing that. Lately, he hasn't even been providing me with any living expenses. He gets so mad when I ask him for these things. Okay. He's been acting strange, so I asked him why. He told me there used to be a joint account with you. Indeed, we had. We created the joint account to save up for the future each month. But later, I noticed it became empty. I had been saving $5,000 each month. Alan spent all that money. What? $5,000 a month? Where did you get that money from? You were always locked up in your room playing on your computer. So I've been telling you, I work from home. I've partnered with major companies to develop and maintain their websites. I'm responsible for managing all the pages on their corporate website. I'm so busy with these websites that I have no choice but to stay at home all day. Even when I'm very busy, I still manage to do all the chores. That's how you make enough money to save $5,000 a month? These are websites for major companies, so the revenue from each company is substantial. Additionally, I'm handling a variety of other tasks. How much income do you have? About $200,000 a year. I think I was earning about 5 times more than him. Wow! That's a lot of money. I think it's difficult for him to provide you some money with this income. It's unfortunate that you can't afford what you want anymore, but try to find joy in your modest life. Well, it has nothing to do with me. Monica! Why did you keep it a secret? I didn't keep it a secret, but you accused me of spending all day playing on a computer in a room. You didn't even listen to me. That's because you didn't talk to me properly. In that situation, it was impossible to explain anything. But it doesn't matter. It's over now. If you have nothing else, may I finish our conversation? Monica, you are rich! I'm calling off the divorce. Remarry my son now. Excuse me? What are you talking about? That divorce was so upsetting to you, wasn't it, Monica? So you should just get back together. It's just a matter of going through a process with a piece of paper anyway. Just file the marriage certificate again and everything will be fine. Getting back together? I would never wish that. No, you still have feelings for Alan. That's why you should just start over. Please don't do that. I get nauseous just remembering it. Complaining to his mother about something that never happened is just insane. I won't consider reconciling with a guy who depends on his mother to handle divorce proceedings. You don't have to think that way. I'm sure he also wishes to have a relationship with you. He's been mumbling that he now can't spend much money for what he wants. Don't take advantage of me. Who would remarry? Please stop fooling around. No, it isn't about money. I think Alan regrets divorcing you. As a mother, I just want to help him. No way. Monica! Monica, it's urgent. You're persistent. What is it? I think Alan is on his way over there right now. Have you already talked with him about getting back together? Oh, it's you who set us up. He's been repeatedly begging me to open the door through the intercom. It bothers me a lot. Why? You are getting back together with Alan, which is what you are dreaming about. Please, stop it. When I saw his face on the screen of the intercom, I really thought I was going to throw up. I want to help Alan. I want him to be happy with you again. Let me ask you something. When you filed for divorce, you knew about Alan's affair, didn't you? Huh? What do you mean? Don't change the topic. You knew he was cheating on me, and you hid it from me, didn't you? I guess I did. You're so obvious. What do you mean helping your son cheat on me? It's not the help I was thinking. I just wanted Alan to be with someone he loves. I didn't mean I helped him. But your son asked you to file for divorce, didn't he? That's true, but... Then that's the help. But not now. That woman approached him for money. She disappeared as soon as the money ran out. What a woman. She hurt Alan. How dare you say that? Don't you think about how much I was hurt? He kept saying things to me that doesn't make sense. And divorce form was filed without any notice. Do you think I wasn't hurt? Don't be silly. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. But now I want him to be happy with you. Not with me, but with my income, right? No, it's not. Monica, don't say that. Please, remarry him. I'm already married with a different person. What? Why? Because I met someone wonderful. I met someone who loves me with all his heart, and his personality is very good. We have just started our marriage life. No kidding. Then what will you do with Alan? I don't know. He cheated on me and left me for a month. And he is a spoiled mama's boy. I never want to see him again. So, what should we do for our livelihood? So it's about money again. It's what you want. You wanted me to remarry Alan for my income, didn't you? No! I have my husband with me here now. Oh. Your son kept ringing the intercom so persistently, so he called the police. I'm sure they'll take him to the police station immediately as a suspicious person. Will Alan be taken by the police? Don't be so sneaky. Sneaky? You're the sneaky one. You knew your son was cheating on me, but you made everything my fault and filed for divorce without my agreement. And now that you have no more money to spend for what you want, and you ask me to get back together with him, don't be silly. No need to dwell on something that happened so long ago. You're the one who is dwelling on the past. Thanks to my husband, I was finally able to forget the bad memories with your son. I refrained from taking any action because I didn't want to interrupt you and him. Now, I'll use this opportunity to bill him for compensation. Huh? What are you talking about? It's been 1.5 years since you got divorced. It's too late to bill compensation. It seems you don't know, so I'll tell you. In situations like this, I can still pursue compensation within 3 years post-divorce. No way! But you don't have any proof. Even if you file a claim, it will be denied. I'm sending you pictures now. What are they? They are the photos of evidence. It's when Alan went into and came out from the hotel with a woman. How did you get them? At that time, Alan hadn't been home for a month. During that time, I kept getting messages from you that didn't make any sense. I thought something strange was going on. So I had the detective agency check it out. Then I got the evidence right away. Why did you... As I've told you before, after the divorce, I wanted nothing to do with you guys ever again. That's why I didn't tell you about the evidence. But I can't stand you bringing up the idea of getting back together. Wait, if I just back out quietly, everything will be all right, right? I'm going to end our conversations with you on WhatsApp right away, so please don't bring up compensation requests. Don't you feel sorry for Alan? You feel sorry for him? You should feel sorry for me rather than him. A divorce form was suddenly filed by the mother-in-law. I've apologized for that already. Is it a matter of just apologizing? Our chat on WhatsApp is also sufficient evidence, so I'm going to take screenshot to use for suing. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll never get involved with you again, Monica, so please forgive me. Please forget about us. I've reached my limit. I'll leave the rest to my lawyer, so let's talk through him. After that, Alan was taken to the police station, but it seems he only got a stern warning. I immediately asked my lawyer for help, and Alan paid the compensation. Receiving compensation doesn't mean I will forget the emotional pain from that time, but I am sure that I feel a little better now. Alan's father got to know all of the troubles between me and Linda and Alan. He got mad about what has happened, and both of them were kicked out from the house. They were at a loss and, reluctantly, seemed to have turned to relatives for help. I heard that their relatives who got to know all the story were also disgusted, so they didn't help them. They deserve it. I am still doing well as a popular blogger. In fact, my husband is a famous Instagrammer, so we understand each other's lives very well. I am living a stress-free life. We are planning to go on a honeymoon soon with the compensation we received.
Mom. Hey, sweetie. How are you doing? Mom, can I ask you a favor? What is it this time? Could you send me a little money? Again? I already sent you money for this month. I only received $100 for this month. I can't live on this. That is enough. Just stop wasting money. I'm not wasting any money. You need to learn how to manage money. Mom, you don't understand. It's just not enough. I can't even buy things that I need with this money. If the money is not enough, get more part-time jobs. You are not kid anymore. You can't depend on your parents all the time. I have a lot of projects and exams coming soon, and I don't have time to take on more part-time jobs. If you have time to make excuses, go find some part-time work. I'm trying, but there's a limit to how much I can do. Please, can you send me more money? Just a little bit more? No. Okay, I will try to get more part-time jobs and see what I can do. Mom, I need your help. Again? I told you to figure it out on your own, didn't I? I'm in the hospital right now. What? What happened? I passed out at my part-time job, and when I woke up, I was in the hospital. They said the cause was malnutrition. What are you doing? Why can't you even take care of yourself? Mom, I'm literally in the hospital and you are still mad at me? Why did you suddenly become so cold? I just can't live with $100 a month, and there's a limit to how much I can work part-time. Then, why don't you quit college? What? If you quit college and start working, everything will be fine. I can't do that. I want to finish college to make my dream come true. Then you're on your own. You are being selfish for wanting to go to college. I am doing my best. Can you just help me a little more? How many times do I have to tell you? Do you think we're rich or something? Well, you should know that we're not. You are the one who decided to go to college on your own. Stop depending on your parents all the time. But you weren't against me going to college at first, were you? Well, but I didn't think going to college was a good idea. Really? Back in my time, it was normal to get a job after high school. Even if they finished college, They would eventually get married and have families after a few years. It's just a waste of money for you to go to college. Mom, what you were saying is like 50 years ago. It's different now. No, it's still the same. I promise I'll pay you back when I graduate. So please, help me out a little more. Oh my goodness. Why are you so stubborn? Did you know that Dad might get laid off soon? What? Really? Yes. We are doing our best to support you financially, but we can't do anything anymore. But he hasn't been laid off yet, right? It's not that simple. You know, you have to be prepared for the worst situation. The mortgage, the utility bills, they're going to come relentlessly every month. I know. Things are more complicated than you think. I'm doing my best I can to spend less money every month. Even if I wanted to take on more part-time work, I couldn't get any shifts because of all my assignments and thesis. Why don't you try first before you complain? You keep saying you can't work, but have you actually tried to work? I've been searching for a part-time job, but I have not applied yet. See? That's your problem. I don't think getting a part-time job solves everything. I might fail if I have less time to study. Oh my goodness. You are complaining again. I'm not complaining. Please stop messaging nonsense like this. Mom, can I borrow money for the hospital? How long are you going to stay there? Ask your nurse to get discharged today. What? You are not a kid anymore. You should know how to take care of yourself. Don't let this happen again. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Do better. I will. Mom, is Dad still mad at me? Of course he is. He's so mad at me for even mentioning your name. I want to apologize to him. I don't think that's a good idea. But it's your fault for having a boyfriend there. I'm sorry. We sent you to college to study. But what you did was the opposite. You really disappointed us. I was studying hard even though I was dating him. He supported me at hard times. But I broke up with him when Dad found out about it. Good. It's a waste of time and money to have a boyfriend. You don't need a boyfriend. You're right. I was stupid. Just don't make any stupid decisions anymore. I won't. I will make sure to pay back everything once I graduate and get a job. Of course. I'll do my best, Mom. I hope Dad will forgive me soon. Just study hard and earn a lot of money when you graduate. I will. Good.
Hey, have you heard anything from Marina? I think she's still mad at me. I've been trying to call her, but she's been ignoring me.
Well, you actually did something that made her mad. Why don't you just leave her alone?
I wonder if she's blocked my number or something. I don't know why, but all of our conversations got deleted too. Can you help me restore them?
I told you, she's still angry at you. Just give her some time.
I still don't get why she got mad just because I wasn't home when she came back. She didn't even let us know she was coming back that day.
She came home as a surprise to see you. She has every right to be angry.
But still, she should have said something to me. Hey, honey, can you call her for me?
I told you, she's still mad at you. She says she won't forgive you until she graduates college.
Did she say that? Really?
She's probably under a lot of stress from college life. Or maybe she's busy with her boyfriend.
She has a boyfriend now? Did she tell you what kind of man she's dating?
I don't know. She doesn't want to talk about it.
Damn, my little girl has a boyfriend now. I hope she's doing well in college.
You worry too much.
I hope she doesn't get sick or something. But if she got sick or in trouble, I'm sure she'll call us, right?
How long are you going to be overprotective? She's not a kid anymore.
Maybe I should just go see her in person.
Joel, stop it.
I mean, she's just sulking because we've had a little misunderstanding. I think I should talk to her and apologize personally.
Listen.
What?
She told me she hates you and doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Ever since puberty, she's been disgusted by your smell and behavior.
What? We went shopping together and even had lunch many times. She doesn't look like she hates or is disgusted by me.
Well, she told me how she feels about you. She was holding up all the time.
What did I do? Do I smell that bad? Why didn't you ever tell me?
Girls at her age are very sensitive. I didn't want to hurt your feelings, so I didn't tell you.
Really? Seriously, raising a kid is so difficult.
I'm sure she just needs time. Just stop reaching out to her or seeing her for now.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But I miss our daughter so much.
I know. Let's just support her financially for now.
Yeah, but you know it's just so hard.
Everything will be fine, honey.
Marina, please tell me you're okay. I heard you were rushed to the hospital.
Dad, I'm sorry.
I got so panicked when the hospital called me. Are you okay?
I'm feeling better now. I'm sorry, Dad. I am such a failure.
Oh, honey, you're not. I'm glad that you're feeling better. I miss you so much, honey.
I miss you too, Dad. It's been a while.
I always wanted to message you, but your number was not on my contact list for some reason. I think I pressed some wrong button or something.
Really? I thought you blocked my number.
Block your number?
If you have blocked me and deleted my number, you might not even notice.
Do you think your dad could do that?
I don't think so. You didn't even know how to use emojis.
I finally learned how to use them after you taught me. By the way, did you block me from calling you?
What?
I keep trying to call you, but you always cannot be reached.
Why would I do that? I would never block your number.
Really? That's weird.
Anyway, Dad, I'm sorry. Thank you for forgiving me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You've been mad at me the whole time, right?
I'm not mad at you. You were the one mad at me and didn't want to talk to me. When you went home to surprise me before I wasn't at home, then you got mad at me.
What? I haven't been home once since I enrolled in college.
What do you mean?
I don't even have any money to go home. I'm just busy studying and working part-time to survive every day.
Oh, come on. Why do you need so much money? Don't tell me you're spending too much on your makeup.
I've never bought anything like that since I've been here.
Why not? You should enjoy your college life instead of stressing out by working and studying.
I can't survive with $100 a month if I buy any makeup.
What?
Well, I am the one who said I wanted to go to college. I am trying my best. But I didn't expect it to have so many assignments, and I don't have time to work part-time.
$100? What are you talking about?
My allowance.
Is that a typo?
No, I'm only receiving a $100 allowance.
Really? I told your mom to send you $1,000 every month.
No way. I can show you my bank history, Dad. I'm only receiving $100. She told me that 100 is enough for me.
No way. She's sending you $100 on purpose? That means she's keeping the rest of it?
I think so. She recently told me that you might get laid off soon. That's why she needed to save up money.
Laid off? What is she talking about? I just got promoted this month.
Really? Does that mean she was lying to me all this time?
Oh, wow. I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. She even told me that you are mad at me, and I shouldn't talk to you. Now I know why.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah. I was so stupid that I believed everything she said.
Mom told me that you were mad at me for having a boyfriend. I even broke up with him because I thought you would stop helping me go to college.
What the hell? I would never say that to you. I will support you no matter what.
Oh my God. So Mom purposely lied to us.
I can't believe it. I'm sorry I didn't notice until you got hospitalized like this.
It has been a really tough time. All I did was study and do part-time jobs. I never had fun in my college days.
I'm sorry that I didn't do anything for you until it got this bad.
It's not your fault, Dad. But we should do something about the money that she's been taking. I think the total will be $32,400.
You're right.
What should we do?
I have an idea.
Okay, Dad, I'll leave it to you.
But first, let me visit you there. I will tell your mom that I will be on a business trip.
Really? I think I'll be discharged tomorrow.
That's good. Tell me what you want to eat when you are discharged.
I'm craving a really good steak.
It sounds good. Then I will take you to the best steak place.
It's been so long since I ate good steak.
You can eat as much as you want, honey. Anyway, get some rest now, okay?
Okay, Dad. I can't wait to see you.
Me too, honey.
To be honest, I'm glad I got hospitalized. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get in touch with you again.
I promise Daddy won't let this happen again. I'm sorry I went too far like this.
No, it's not your fault. See you tomorrow, Dad.
See you.
Joel, when are you coming back from your business trip? You didn't even tell me where you're going. Let me know when you'll be back. I'll pick you up at the airport.
You don't have to do that anymore. I'm never coming back.
What?
Where do you think I am right now?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm having a steak with Marina. It's a very famous place. We stood in line for over an hour.
What? Steak with Marina? Wait a minute, why? Why are you with Marina?
I just came to see her because I miss my daughter.
I told you to give her some space.
Now I know why you have been acting like this.
Are you talking about the allowance? Okay, listen to me. I have a valid reason why I did that.
Oh, yeah?
She's our only daughter, and you spoiled her too much. So I thought I'd make it a little harder on her to encourage her to be independent.
Oh, really?
Don't worry, I've saved the rest of the money for her. It's all on our bank account.
Let me see the bank statement then.
Why?
Why not? $900 for 36 months. There should be $32,400 in the bank, right?
Fine. I will send it to you later.
Why not now? You're just gonna take a quick picture and send it.
I'm having lunch with a friend.
It's after 3 in the afternoon.
I mean brunch.
Oh, come on, stop lying already.
I'm sorry.
You really disappointed me, Emily. How could you do that to our daughter?
I did it for her sake. I never thought she would end up hospitalized.
You did something to my phone, didn't you? You blocked Marina and deleted her number, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, really? When I asked Marina to check my phone, the wrong phone number was registered as Marina.
Maybe you mistakenly registered that.
Oh, wow. That's some kind of weird miracle, huh? Our daughter was trying to survive on her own, even though she needed our help.
Yeah, I feel bad about it.
So you admit that you took the money?
Yes.
Why did you do that? I even give you an allowance and living expenses every month, too.
There's a lot of things going on with me.
Like what?
Like, there's some friend group drama going on. I just wanted to help my best friend.
I never knew that you had a guy best friend.
What?
I know everything, Emily. You've been supporting that best friend of yours financially, right? While I'm away on a business trip, looks like you've been spending a lot of time with him.
Wait a minute. How did you know?
I hired a PI.
P.I.? You went that far?
Of course. At this point, I don't know whether you are lying or telling the truth. That's why I hired a PI. Thanks to them, I've got all kinds of evidence that you're having an affair with a guy.
Oh my god. That's an invasion of privacy.
Did you know that they can take a clear picture from a far distance? The new technology is crazy.
Don't tell me you stalked on my boyfriend too.
Well, the PI found out some basic information about him. I have to admit, I was disgusted by how young he was. I never would have guessed he's almost same age as our daughter.
He's already an adult.
Oh yeah? It still disgusts me. Don't you think it's weird?
No, not at all.
Oh god. You're insane, Emily.
He loves me and he treats me better than you.
Are you sure about that? Do you know why he needed your financial support?
Because he's still in college chasing his dream.
No, he's a high school dropout. And he has a family.
What? Oh, Joel, please don't say such an obvious lie.
Come on, Emily. Do you think P.I. would lie to me? That man has a 1-year-old daughter and a wife.
What?
He was only using you. I can send you a picture of his family if you want.
Oh my god. He loved me more than you. There's no way it was a lie.
Emily, what did I do wrong? I always told you that I love you every single day for 25 years. I make sure we go on dates every Sunday. I even gave you an anniversary gift every year, even though you don't remember anymore. My love has never faded, and my efforts for you. How could you say that boy loved you more than me?
You always go on a business trip. Do you know how depressing it is to spend your day alone in that house?
That's your only reason why you cheated on me? That's stupid.
Stupid? Really?
I have a screenshot of your text to him that you prefer a younger guy.
Oh my god. How did you get that? Gross. Marina, since when did you join this chat?
I made this family group chat a long time ago. I guess you were too busy with your guy to notice.
That is not true. I'm just tired and busy with all the housework.
Oh, please. You've been hiring a housekeeper with the money you stole.
I promise I will pay it back.
As you should.
I can never forgive you. I'm sorry. But thank you. Thank you. I learned my lesson on how to become a good mother by seeing a failed mother like you.
Don't worry, you'll never become like this evil.
I hope so. I'm afraid to get married now.
You shouldn't be. I know you have a good eye, unlike me.
I will never marry a liar like Mom. Ugh, I was insane, I admit it. From now on, I will send you the full allowance. I will make sure I support you, honey. Please, forgive me and let's just move on.
What?
What? What?
Are you serious?
Oh my god, this is crazy.
We are done with you.
Done?
Do I have to explain?
Dad, she completely lost her mind to understand simple things. I apologized already. What more should I do?
Marina, can you answer this?
Sure. First of all, the money you took is called unjust enrichment. It's money you are not entitled to. So, we will file a claim for unjust enrichment refund and ask you to return the money. I told you I would pay you back. Additionally, what you did to me is considered neglect. Physical neglect means a parent does not provide the child with all the necessities like food, clothing, and shelter.
Oh wow, honey, you sound like a lawyer. You're ready to be one.
Dad, you are overreacting. You just told me some basic knowledge. I even know what neglect is. Oh, really? Do you know how much trouble you're in?
I don't think she understands. We have to explain every single thing to make her understand. Her brain is rotten.
I'm glad I didn't grow up like this scum. Seriously, it disgusts me that she is my mother. Oh my god, how could you say that to me?
It disgusts me that I married this monster.
The last 3 years have been really hard. I've had to cut my food expenses to survive. I couldn't even buy new clothes or makeup for myself. I had to work part-time no matter how hungry or tired I was, and I was living on the edge every day. I'm really glad Dad came to visit me. He's the only one who truly cares about and loves me.
I'm so sorry you had to go through all that, sweetheart. Please, forgive me for not being there. I promise I will never let you go through that hell ever again. How can I make it up to you?
Dad, I really want to go to Paris this summer. Can we make that happen?
Sure, honey. I'll take you wherever you want. And I'll buy you anything you want, princess. Oh, I forgot you were in this chat.
So, will you forgive me?
No, we will never forgive you. Please pack up your things and leave before I get back.
What? Where should I go?
I don't know. Figure it out on your own. You're an adult.
When can I come back?
Never. We're getting divorced. Please contact my lawyer from now on.
Are you serious? You want a divorce? That's too much.
Goodbye.
Whatever. I'm gonna marry my boyfriend then. You're pathetic. I'm happy to be getting rid of you. Goodbye.
We finally got the divorce sorted after a few months. Although we divided the property, I demanded Emily pay back the money she had taken from Marina's allowance. According to the update from the PI, Emily took a loan for her boyfriend's house. I can't fathom how much she splurges on one man. She's really stupid. After I kicked her out of the house, guess where she ended up? The very house she took a loan for. But of course, when Emily went there, his wife and kid answered the door. Now she had to face the reality, whether she liked it or not. Her boyfriend confronted Emily, stating he merely saw her as someone to pay his bills, nothing more. Devastated, Emily sought refuge back at her parents' house. I heard she's pitching in on her family's farm now. Meanwhile, Marina is thriving in her college life, balancing her studies and enjoying her youth. We might have gone through a tough time, but we've come out stronger on the other side. I will always support Marina, no matter what.
Hi, Tony. Are you currently overseas? When are you planning to return? Hey, Vanessa. Still not sure when I can come back. Dealing with some minor issues here and it's keeping me busy. Oh yeah? I don't know exactly, but hope you can fix it soon. But seriously, taking an overseas trip when it's not even vacation season, you're living the good life, you know. I think I explained this before. I'm not on vacation, I'm here on a business trip. Business trip? Come on, don't lie. No way someone like you with a low education level would get to go on a business trip abroad. Well, I actually am right now. I heard from Simon that you only graduated from high school. Yep, that's true. A bottom-tier person like you, who can't even go to university in this day and age, going on a business trip abroad is laughable. Jeez, calling me a bottom tier? I'm puzzled. Simon's right and graduated from a top university, but his sister's a high school graduate. Why is there such a difference even though you have the same parents? Well, if you didn't like studying, I guess there was nothing you could do about it. I didn't particularly dislike studying, but due to circumstances, I had to start working right after school. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear your excuses. You had to work because you're dumb, right? Nowadays, having just a high school diploma is embarrassing, don't you think? That's so rude. I don't care how you see me anyway. There are plenty of successful people with just a high school diploma. It's unfair to judge someone as bottom tier based solely on their education. You're too naive. No matter how nicely you put it, people with higher education are still favored in society. They get higher salaries. At the very least, you should have gotten an associate degree. Personally, I think people who haven't gone to university are not very useful. I see. You graduated from a famous university too, but you've been a homemaker without ever working, right? I wonder if education is really necessary. What did you say? Are you making fun of housewives? It's a respectable job. It requires a lot of brain power to manage household chores, you know. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. I just want to say that looking down on people based on their education is wrong. Acting all high and mighty just because you got a job with only a high school education. Vanessa, it seems like you don't have anything important to discuss. Can I excuse myself now? Wait! I still have some work to do. What work? You're just playing around. Well then. Hold on. What is it? Totally forgot to mention. Simon and I decided to move into your house. What? Why? It's no big deal, right? Originally, it was a family home. Yeah, it was, but not anymore. I'm living there now, so it's not nice if you just show up. We already moved in. What the heck? Why are you surprised? It's normal for the eldest son and his wife to live in the family home. Simon had a spare key, so we've already brought all our stuff in. This is unbelievable. Listen, it's actually wrong for a single woman like you to live alone in this big house. It must be a hassle with all the cleaning. If we live together, we can share the chores, right? If anything, you should be grateful. But, anyway, we're housemates now. Well, you won't be coming back for a while, so we'll make ourselves at home. Hold on, Vanessa. Vanessa, Hey, Simon, I'm in a bit of a bind.
What's up?
I was chatting with Vanessa earlier. Is it true you guys moved into my place?
Oh, about that.
Why the heck did you do that without consulting me first?
What, got an issue with it? It's also my family home, you know? I don't need your permission.
Ugh, you two are so selfish. Anyway, why did you decide to come to my place?
We didn't have anywhere else to go.
What do you mean? What happened to your apartment?
We were ordered to vacate by the owner. The building is deteriorating, so we had to move out for reconstruction.
I see.
It happened suddenly, so we didn't have time to find a new place. So for the time being, we decided to move to your place, which was originally our home.
Uh-huh. In that case, you can stay for now. But make sure you find a new place by the end of the month.
Why?
Didn't we talk about this before? We can't stay there for long.
Really? Well, whatever. We're going to stay until we find the next place.
Only until the end of this month.
Yeah, I got it. By the way, I heard you're on vacation abroad.
Ugh, you and Vanessa are just unbelievable. It's not a vacation, it's a business trip.
Yeah, right. You're just sightseeing under the guise of a business trip.
No, seriously.
You got it easy, huh? I work late every day while you get to take days off for a vacation.
I'm telling you, it's not a vacation, it's work.
You know what? You could just not come back.
Huh?
If you stay away, the house would be ours, right? Living with a nagging sister-in-law would be annoying for my wife. Might as well live overseas for good.
What are you saying?
Well, if you adamantly insist, I guess we'll let you stay with us.
Why do I need your consent to live in my own house? You're not even the owner, so don't act so high and mighty.
Let me remind you, I'm the eldest son. Now that mom and dad have moved away, it's me who's inheriting that house.
Inheriting? Like I said earlier, we can't stay there forever, you know.
Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna listen to your nonsense.
What are you even talking about?
I finally got to live there. I don't need to rent a cramped apartment anymore, right? We'll take over the house.
Impossible. It won't be yours, no matter what. You have to leave as promised.
Why are you so annoying? If you keep arguing, you'll face consequences.
What do you mean?
Well, that's a surprise for when you come back.
Wait a sec. What are you planning to do?
I'll give you a harsh punishment for a defiant sister like you. Brace yourself.
Tony, you're not coming back anytime soon, right?
I should be back in about 3 days.
Like Simon said, it's okay if you stay there for good.
Jeez.
An undereducated, low-income person going on an overseas vacation is quite audacious. I went ahead and threw away all your stuff so you didn't have to come back.
What the heck?
I don't need a sister-in-law who lies about a business trip and just hangs around. You're nothing but a nuisance. After discussing with Simon, we decided to kick you out. Since you have no place or belongings to go back to, find a new place when you come back.
Did you really throw away all my stuff?
Of course. I left the usable appliances, but I got rid of the bed, dresser, and everything in the closet. But you know, it's such a shame.
What?
Turns out that being a high school grad means being poor after all. I thought I might take something if there was anything useful, but all the furniture was falling apart and the clothes were just cheap and worn out. Not a single branded item. Since everything was like trash, I threw it all away.
Thanks, I'm grateful.
What?
I didn't ask for it, but I appreciate you threw away my stuff.
Are you okay?
Great, you saved me a lot of trouble.
What do you mean?
You said my stuff was like trash, and you were right. Everything left there was stuff I was planning to get rid of anyway.
What? So, you didn't have anything important?
Nope. Took everything else and moved it to my new place.
New place?
I was planning to move anyway.
Really?
Haven't you heard anything from Simon? You guys are ready for the move too, right?
Move?
You can only stay there until the end of this month.
Hold on, what do you mean?
The house is scheduled for demolition.
Demolition?
You really didn't know, huh? I've already told him. You know, our parents lived there originally. When Dad retired a few years ago, they wanted to move to the countryside and decided to hand it over to me. But it's too big for me to live alone, and it's getting old and needs repairs all over too. About a month ago, we discussed demolishing.
Oh my God.
Of course, Mom and Dad have agreed to it, and I've informed Simon. At that time, you guys just got married. I checked with him if he had any plans to take over the house, but he agreed to demolish it. He said it was too big and cleaning would be a hassle for you.
Oh, I had no clue.
So the demolition work is starting at the end of this month. I had to move out before that, but with the sudden business trip, I was unsure when to clean up my room. Having the trip extended, I was getting anxious, but thanks to you throwing away my stuff on my behalf, I don't have to rush back now.
Hold on, I've never been told anything about tearing down the house or moving out.
I told Simon to leave by the end of this month. Did he not listen to the details? You have to clear out everything from there before the move-out date. You guys better start preparing.
Don't just decide such a major thing on your own. The house was bought by your dad, right? You don't have the right to demolish it.
When our parents left, the ownership was transferred to me, so I'm the owner.
You're kidding. This is too much to take in, all at once.
If you have any complaints, talk to Simon.
Isn't there any way to stop the construction?
Not possible.
Oh no.
Well, I have to get back to work now.
Tony, I heard you're tearing down the house.
Oh, you heard from Vanessa already, huh?
What are you thinking? Making arrangements without consulting me?
Hey, when it was decided, I informed you, remember? At that time, you didn't care, because you had no plan on living there, and you said you'd leave it all up to me, right?
Did I? But now I'm saying I'm going to live there. We should drop the demolition talk.
The paperwork is already done, so it's impossible. Besides, didn't I tell you clearly? You need to leave by the end of this month.
I completely forgot about the plan to tear down the house. It's my family home, and I intend to keep living there.
Unbelievable. But we have to leave no matter what. You guys need to move out soon.
Hold on. Where are you going after you move out?
I signed a lease for a new apartment.
Oh, good. Then we'll also move there with you.
Excuse me? Why would you come to my apartment? You guys can find a different place.
We can't, after all.
Why not?
We don't have the money.
Are you kidding me?
Actually, we were forced to leave the previous apartment not because of the building's deterioration, but because we couldn't pay the rent.
Well, I had my suspicions. It looked quite new and nice, so I thought the aging was probably a lie. But you work for a big company and hold a higher position, right? You must be getting a decent salary, so how can you not afford the rent?
Well, I messed up a bit at work and got demoted.
Oh.
So my salary was significantly reduced and life became tough. We couldn't even afford the rent.
But that doesn't justify moving into my house by force. If your salary isn't enough, then ask Vanessa to get a job. Or there are other options like moving to a cheaper place, you know.
I haven't told her about the demotion.
Oh my god.
Because I, a graduate of top-tier university, messing up at work is too embarrassing to admit, you know? After all, she expects to lead an easy life as a housewife by marrying someone like me. How could I disappoint her so early in our marriage?
I see. You're trying to impress her and overextending yourself. But is it really that hard to make a living just because you got demoted?
She loves spending, so I haven't been able to save any money. She spends my hard-earned money on designer bags, jewelry, and stuff. We used credit card installments, so we have a pile of debt now.
Whoa, you have debt too?
Yeah, she went on a shopping spree with my credit card. Well, I also bought some watches and shoes, but...
So both of you are show-offs.
So if you move, we're coming with you. We'll start packing now. Just tell me the new address.
Not happening.
Why not?
It'll be cramped with you guys around.
Deal with it. We're a family, right? Besides, it's more fun with a bunch of people than living alone.
I won't be alone. I'm getting married.
What?
Come to think of it, I hadn't told you about it.
Who's the lucky guy?
The CEO of the company where I work.
The CEO? How did the high school grad manage to marry the company CEO?
Listen. You and Vanessa love making fun of my education, but the reason I started working early was because Dad got sick and couldn't work anymore, you know? I actually enjoyed studying. Even after I started working, I read a lot of books and studied on my own to get many qualifications. I also gained recognition at work, and now I'm even entrusted to go on business trips abroad. I'm different from you, who sits on his education laurels.
Darn it.
You belittled me and tried to kick me out of the house. Don't come running to me now, just because we're family.
You're cold for a sister. You don't care if your brother becomes homeless.
That's your own fault.
Then lend me some money.
Yeah, right.
I'll rent an apartment, so I need money to move. Give me the relocation fee.
Why do I have to do that?
Because you're the only person I can rely on. I can't ask Dad and Mom, who are retired in the countryside. You're about to become the wife of the company CEO. It's not a big deal to lend me money for an apartment, right?
Yes, it is. Before relying on me, you should get Vanessa to work.
Don't be ridiculous. She's never had a job since graduating from university.
She brags about her education but has zero real-world experience. It's laughable.
Shut up. Being a full-time housewife is a respectable job too.
She said the same thing. Well, even if becoming a regular employee is impossible, she could do part-time jobs, right?
I also wish she would work a bit and contribute financially, but asking her to take a part-time job now would be embarrassing.
Why are you still trying to act cool at this point? Thanks to her selfishness, you're in debt, right? It's only fair to make her work.
I apologize for trying to kick you out. I regret making fun of your lack of education. I'll make her apologize someday too. Just let us stay in your apartment for a little while.
I said no. We're about to start our newlywed life. Your presence would only be a hindrance.
We'll move out as soon as we find a new place. Come on, it's a good deal, right?
I decline.
Please, Tony.
Go figure it out on your own.
Wait. Don't abandon us, Tony.
Simon and Vanessa, unable to find a new place, headed to our parents in the countryside. Since Mom and Dad were already aware of them trying to kick me out, they were promptly sent away. In the end, they had to turn to the mercy of Vanessa's family and became lodgers there. However, due to her demanding personality, her family and she never got along well. Shortly after, they were kicked out. In a tough spot, Simon quit his job, and he and Vanessa found live-in jobs together. However, whether due to their inability to learn new skills or their problematic personalities, they couldn't fit in at their workplace, constantly facing scolding from their employer. Their proud educational background seemed to be of no use, and both appeared to be going through miserable times. As for me, shortly after returning from my business trip, I got married to my husband and we moved into a new apartment together. At the wedding, I received blessings from many people, and now I'm one happy wife. Taking my spendthrift sister-in-law as a bad example, I've decided to continue working hard. I aspire to be a good teammate to my husband, both personally and professionally.
Hey Marsha, answer the phone.
Morning, Harold.
Why the heck aren't you picking up the phone?
I'm sorry, I can't talk on the phone right now. I'm at the doctor with my child. Can we communicate through messages, please?
Well, it's way past our business start time, but what are you doing? Because you are not here, work's already piling up.
But I spoke to one of my assistants, Haley, this morning. Didn't she inform you? I'd like to take a day off today because my daughter's sick.
Sick? Don't lie.
I'm not lying. She's burning with over 100 degrees of fever.
Taking a day off for Dad is an exaggeration. Once you're done there, come right to work.
No way. If a child has a fever, the daycare won't accept them. I apologize for the sudden request, but I'll be taking a day off today.
What? You can easily cheat. Just don't tell them, that's all.
It's not that simple. If my child infects other kids or the staff, it'll be a problem.
Then leave the kid at home and come to work. We're short-handed as it is. Don't suddenly take a day off like this. It's inconvenient. Besides, a child fever is probably just a cold or something. Just ignore it. They usually get better if you let them sleep.
She's only 2 years old, and we don't know if it's just a cold yet. Are you telling me to leave a sick child alone at home?
She'll be sleeping anyway, so she won't know even if you're gone.
That's crazy. I can't leave a 2-year-old alone at home.
By the way, it's weird having a 2-year-old at 33 in the first place.
Excuse me?
Normally, at your age, your kids should be in high school or something, you know. I'm in my 40s like you, and my daughter's already in college. Maybe it's because you had a child at an older age, you're being overprotective. But using her as an excuse to skip work isn't acceptable.
I'm not skipping work.
Your excuse is just that. Do you understand that it's the busy season right now? Do you realize how much everyone else is affected by your selfish absence?
I really feel bad for causing trouble for everyone. But I don't think it's selfish for mother to take time off work for her child. I can't just leave my sick child at home and go to work, you know?
Huh?
I think it's a natural feeling for mother. Besides, the company promotes a good balance between work and childcare. You, as a director, should know that, right?
Balancing work and childcare? That's just a figure of speech, of course. As a company employee, you should prioritize work over kids.
Anyway, I'll be taking a day off today.
What the heck? You've gotten arrogant since you had a kid, huh?
Excuse me?
I remember last month you left early because your child wasn't feeling well, right?
Yes, I was called by the daycare.
You're getting a full salary for only working half a day. That's stealing, isn't it?
I applied for half a day of paid leave, so it's not stealing.
Your colleagues can't even take a day off because they're busy. It's unfair that you can easily use leave just because you have a child.
Unfair or not, taking leave is a right for employees, isn't it?
After all, a sick child is a lie, right? You're just using her as an excuse to skip work.
I'm telling you, it's not a lie.
Nah, you're definitely making up an excuse to slack off. A liar like you should be fired right now.
Fired?
Of course, you're negligent in your duties, so you deserve it.
You don't have the authority to terminate employees.
Even without it, I can suggest to higher-ups that you deserve it. After all, you're just a regular desk clerk. Anyone can do clerical work.
Is that so?
As long as you can use a computer, even a kid can do it. There are plenty of people who can replace you.
I see. Well then, I quit. Leaving a small child alone and going to work is not something a parent should do.
Oh, you're pretty stubborn. Seriously? Are you okay with being unemployed with zero income from tomorrow? It's tough to find a new job at your age, I suppose.
Don't worry about that.
Then don't bother coming in tomorrow. Be as stubborn as you want. But it's too late if you regret it later.
Masha, how's your daughter?
She's okay, thanks.
By the way, I heard from Harold earlier. Is it true that you got fired?
Well, sorry for making you worry.
What happened?
I thought you just took a day off to take care of your sick daughter today. I was told to leave her at home and come to work. When I refused, he accused me of lying about her being sick and said liars get fired. So I just said I quit. That's messed up. He's crazy. Some tasks can't be done without you, you know. Since he joined our department, everyone's been struggling. You know, he sits at his desk reading the newspaper, and to be honest, it looks like he's the one who's slacking off. He dumps a ton of work on us and leaves on time. Yeah, it's definitely become a difficult place to work. Now, with the most experienced you gone, what's gonna happen to us? And you know what? I was told to take over all of your work. We don't even have a manual. What am I supposed to do? Oh, don't worry about that. I've been making one thinking about the sudden absence like today. Wait, there's a manual? I thought Harold said we didn't need it and banned creating one. I got permission from his boss. Harold thinks manuals make people do no more than it's stated. But when someone suddenly takes the off or quits, it becomes crucial. Oh, this is great news! It's gonna be very helpful. If Harold finds out, it could be a problem. So I named it Document 1 instead of Manual and saved it in my cloud folder. Can you check it? Got it! I'll find it right now. Oh, there it is! Well, even with the manual, there might be technically challenging parts, and things might not immediately run smoothly. But it's way better than having nothing! Thank you! The rest is up to you. Wait, Marsha! It's absolutely ridiculous that you got fired! I'm gonna talk to Harold about this. Calm down, Haley. If you do that, it'll disrupt today's work. Besides, it might be better not to take any actions that could be seen as problematic for now. But it's just not right. You did nothing wrong to get fired. Don't worry about me. It's not like I'm going to have trouble making a living right now. But it's just not fair that you, who works diligently, are being forced to quit, while that guy who's been harassing employees get to stay at the company. I didn't resist him because I had my reasons for it. Reasons? Well, he's gonna face some consequences sooner or later. Sorry for causing trouble, but right now, I'd appreciate it if you could bear with it and watch over things. Marsha, get to work right away. Marsha! Good morning, Harold. Forget the greetings, just come in already. It's way past the start time. Start time? But I'm not an employee there anymore. You haven't gone through the formalities yet. Well, I did. I went through the procedures at the head office. What? Head office? I'm your direct boss. Why didn't you go through me? I happen to have some business there. So I took care of the resignation paperwork at the same time. Business at the head office? Yeah. Whatever. The thing is, we're short-staffed right now. My staff are calling in sick one after another. I can't handle the workload alone. Just for today, can you come in? Nope. Didn't you say clerical work is something even a kid could do? It turns out I have no idea where to start. I should have prepared a manual for times like this. I've always relied on my staff for hands-on work. I never thought you guys were handling such complicated tasks. You prohibit manual creation, remember? It's your own fault. Shut up! I'm asking you to come in. I know everything will be solved if you are here. Well, there's a manual. What? I got permission from your boss and made one just in case. Where is it? Tell me, I'll check right now. There's no need to tell you. Why the heck not? Because you'll never have a chance to use it. I don't understand. You labeled me a liar and fired me. But it's you who's getting the boot. What? Are you saying I'm getting fired? Yep. Look, we are in an emergency here. Instead of spouting nonsense, tell me where the manual is now. It's not nonsense. The reason I went to the head office wasn't just to submit my resignation. It was to report your misdeeds. What? What the heck did I do? You better not have snitched on me for saying you're fired. Just so you know, I didn't get you fired. You quit on your own. I didn't say anything really. I just asked them to check the security camera footage. Security camera? Oh, you didn't know. In our office, we've had cameras installed for a few years now to prevent misconduct. I wasn't told about that. Well, they're discreetly placed. You've only been working there for a year. It's understandable if you didn't know. Hold on a sec. Does that mean our office is in full view of the head office? That's right. Your habit of dumping work on your staff and forcing employees who want to take a day off due to their child's illness to come in. They know everything. Then I need you even more to come back. Why? I want you to clear things to them. Can't you testify that I haven't done anything wrong? Don't joke with me. Why do I have to give false testimony? I'll be in trouble if I'm forced to quit now. I still have a mortgage to pay, and my daughter's college tuition too. You're probably struggling to find another job anyway, right? I'll rescind the firing, so come back to work right away. I don't need you to rescind anything. I'm not in any trouble. Oh. Actually, my husband is the CEO of a company. Since they need extra help in the office, he asked me to lend a hand. I'm already in the process of joining them. I won't be coming back there. Your husband is a CEO? Well, I'm busy, so I'll excuse myself now. Wait! Marsha! Marsha, please answer the phone. What now, Harold? Please stop bothering me. You're not my boss anymore. Never mind that. I was summoned by my boss just now. He gave me a termination letter. Oh, really? This is all you're doing. Is it? You snitched about me to the head office. No way. I just wanted them to know about the situation in the department. So I just asked them to check the security camera footage. I'm telling you, it was unnecessary. Damn it. I worked so hard to climb the ladder. I thought I was on a fast track to success. Well, if you got fired, there's nothing we can do about it. Just work hard at a new place. Don't talk like it's someone else's problem. Because it is. You said your husband is the CEO, right? Yeah, so? Can I come work for him? Excuse me? I got fired because of you. As an apology, you should tell him to hire me. No way. Why not? Having experienced personnel like me would be helpful for your husband, wouldn't it? Experienced or not, you were always just reading the newspaper at your desk and yelling at us, weren't you? Hey, I did work behind the scenes, you know. And yelling was just a form of guidance. I see. In any case, he doesn't need a high-handed person like you in his company. Good luck with your job search. Are you not willing to help out a former boss you've been indebted to? Indebted? I'm the one who suffered from your unreasonable actions. Suffered? That's an exaggeration. In a company that boasts about creating a supportive environment for employees with children, you tried to force me to work when my child wasn't well. When I asked to take a day off, you spewed absurd remarks like leaving my 2-year-old home alone to nap. When I didn't comply, you baselessly accused me of lying about my child's illness and declared that I was fired, despite having no authority to do so. I apologize for that. Apologizing won't cut it, you know. You managed to find a new job smoothly, so why complain? I did, but you could have messed up someone's life completely. We were short-staffed at work. I was overwhelmed too. Anyway, there's no way my husband's company would hire you. Please, it's too hard to change jobs at this age. Can we end this now? Wait! I'm gonna pick my child now. Hold on, what about hiring me? You're too persistent, so I'm blocking you. Take care and good luck. Hey, wait! Marsha! Damn it! Not even marked as red! Please don't abandon me! Hi, Marsha! It's been a while! Haley, long time no see! How are you? Everyone's doing great. Happy to hear. How about you? Are things getting better now that Harold's gone? Yeah, I actually enjoy working now. The new director values the team unlike the previous one. And thanks to the manual you created, work is flowing smoothly. That's wonderful. By the way, have you heard any rumors about Harold? No, I blocked him. I don't know what's been happening since he was let go. Well, his wife slapped him with a divorce. What? Divorce? He's been having a hard time finding a job. I don't know if it's his age or his lack of ability, but whenever he interviews, he always gets rejected. His wife got fed up and left him. Jeez, I remember he had a daughter in college. Is he okay with the divorce? Well, his wife used to be a career woman working for a major company. After he lost his job, she quickly found a job and has been working hard. So she has no problem without him. She'd rather leave the man who gets fired from the company for bullying his staff. She moved out with their daughter and they're living in an apartment now. So, Harold is stuck in his house with the remaining mortgage. All alone, living a lonely life it seems. Kind of pitiful, but he brought it on himself. You mentioned he was going to face consequences, remember? It seems that came true, so I thought I'd share the news with you. I didn't expect him to be left by his wife, though. You're working at your husband's company, right? Yeah, it's helpful to have a workplace that understands the challenges of raising a child. I miss working with you, but I'm gonna try enjoying my work. Yeah, let's both do our best. Alright then, chat again soon. According to what I heard from my former colleague Haley, it seems Harold gave up on securing a full-time job. Currently, he's juggling part-time jobs, desperately paying off his mortgage, and leading a lonely, impoverished life. It seems he's worried about facing old age alone. He's been enthusiastically attending singles parties. However, no one's interested in poor middle-aged man who doesn't have a regular job, so I hear he's been depressed. As for me, I'm happily working in the accounting department at my husband's company. There are many other moms raising kids in the office, so we all collaborate and strive together.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.